happening this season?
Well, it was very interesting because, you know, we're doing this, well, you know, you're doing it post-COVID.
Yeah.
So, you know, what was it going to be like? So there was a whole logistical issue. But what was amazing, that pretty much everyone who came on the show this year came with a really, really positive kind of like attitude. You know, it was almost like, yeah, we've gone through like a really, really bad year.
Yeah.
But we're coming on this show because we, you know, want to change our lives.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Want to get out of our house.
Exactly, yeah. And actually, a lot of people, weirdly, well, not weirdly, actually, it's logical when you think about it, they actually developed these acts while they were in lockdown. They weren't all great, by the way, but it was interesting how they used their time.
Yeah.
So I found it fascinating.
I love that. They were productive.
Yeah,
Instead
and
of
there were some amazing stories you're going to see, Kelly, and then there are some very wacky acts, but I like that combination. What I like about the show is you just never know what they're going to do until they walk out.
I think that's why it's massively popular. Just that unknown.
Yeah.
And nothing is like predictable. I love that. Sitting there watching it, that is what you feel as well.
Yeah.
But what are your favorite and least favorite acts? Like, I imagine you love the singers, right?
Oh yeah, love the singers.
Yeah.
I think the hardest act when you're doing auditions is when a comedian goes wrong. Because when a comedian goes wrong, it feels like it's going on for like hours.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
And you feel bad for them.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can say, literally. Like, if a singer goes wrong, you can say, oh, have you got a second song? Whatever. Yeah. When a comedian goes wrong, it's deadly. And
oh, yeah, what do you say? You can't say, wow.
There's nothing. I mean, there's just like total silence. So there's nothing you can do about it. So those are the hardest ones. But like we said, I love the unpredictability. My personal favorites are people who aren't professionals. They have like, you know, like regular jobs. Yeah. They've always dreamt about doing something and they develop this incredible talent. Those are my favorite auditions. Yeah,
my favorite too are the ones that like you see people come out, like a woman that does whatever job, and you're like, so, okay, and you're like, so, like, why are you here? And then, like, all of a sudden, they, like, blow you away. Yeah. It's that moment of, like, they never got their shot. They never had the opportunity to, like, show what they could do. I love that.
And Kelly, let me ask you a question. So when you're judging your show now, I mean, how do you find it being on the other side now? I feel like I'm a good mix of you and Paula. I feel like because I'm a cheerleader. I'm a cheerleader in the sense, and you're very good. I gotta tell you.
Well, no, well, I feel like I try to be, but I think I'm a mix of both of you because I am very honest, but I try and be constructive with it.
But what was so interesting about you, and I always remember this with you, is that you always knew where you wanted to be after the show. You know, the kind of artist you wanted to be. You didn't need anyone to give you that kind of guidance. I mean, it was like, I think about it now.
No, because I like doing lots of different styles. So that was hard. That's hard.
It's like I use you as an example. Look, I genuinely mean this. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Most loyal, I can say that, because we've known each other a long time. But if people ever say, you know, what advice can you give me? I just say, follow Kelly.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
Yeah.